So here we have some leftover chicken, which I just heated up, and I cut it up into about 1 billion pieces so that it looks like there's a ton more. And we had some stuff with something the other day, so I'm just going to use the leftover food from that to make a chicken salad for lunch. I have some raspberry vinaigrette dressing, and I'm going to be drinking the rest of my Blue Goodness Bolthouse drink. It's going to be kind of crazy. I bought some Slim Fast as well for my healthy endeavors, and I know I look like a disaster right now. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. So due to some circumstances relatively beyond my control, it's gonna be a really long time before I see my fiance again. So, we have plans, but they could get messed up. I don't know. So to distract myself, I have a membership at the rec as I usually do. I'm considering getting some personal training classes because this summer they don't have any group workout classes like they normally do. I'm not sure why they decided to make that change. And so I might get a personal trainer for a few sessions, just to, make sure I'm getting the most out of my workouts and get some new instructions and stuff like that. I gotta learn my new editing software, which I'm not a technologically inclined individual, so that's going to be lots of fun. And so I'm just going to be doing a ton of stuff to constantly be busy. I want to be reading books, learning my editing software, making the videos. FCA Fridays are going to be vlogs because that is just the easiest thing for me. So I have Makeup Monday and then some vlogs, and there might be extra vlogs in the middle of that, but for right now, that's what I'm going with. And I'm going to eat this because hungry Fallon. Hungry Fallon. So this happened. I was getting ready to eat my salad, and I was like, I'm gonna balance my checkbook because I need to take out money from when I was at the store yesterday, and edit my new vlog and do all that stuff while I eat. And then I had a realization when I went to reach for my stuff. I was like, what is this? And it just got all over. This is my charger. This is another one of my, this one's not as bad, but my library card, this thing, just the coins. OCC lip tar opened, went all over the purse, is on the inside of my purse, and now I have to clean it. Oh my peaches, look at this. It looks like my purse had a period. Well, I wanted to keep busy. Oh, Grand Odin! Oh, Grand Zeus! Oh, thank God! Jesus, Mary, and Joseph! Tell us what happened! Tell us the exclaim of your exploits, good sir! The trials of your triumph! What happened? That is not very polite, good sir. Show your butt? It's not nice to moon your daughter or anybody.
Coming from you, who run around the house with no underwear.
When my shirts are as long as a dress.
Nah.
But my father was playing his beloved poker. Which, in all of my years, this is what I've learned about my father. If he's not cursing and angry, he's not recreating. But my dad repeatedly yells how they never give anyone his cards, and they gave him the blank, and they yelling this.
Well, actually,
here we go.
I had 2 aces, and the guy had 2 queens. The flop came up, ace, king, and 10. I said, great, now they're going to give him the jack. And they give him the jack. So he had straight over my 3 kings. But then in the last card, they gave me my 4th ace. The first time ever I beat someone after I had them beat initially, and then they fed them cards.
Whether it's healthcare, whether it's infrastructure.
And then I actually beat them in the end.
And you don't think that has anything to do with that this is gambling and like random
It's
chance?
not gambling, it's entertainment. Because I'm not paying money to play this.
But
This
I
is
mean
free.
the whole
This is free. Gambling is when you spend money. I didn't spend any money to get in this. These are all free chips that I play with.
Okay, but isn't this game poker a game of random chance?
It's a game of chance, yes.
So isn't it all random and like you just happen
No, but this is a computer. See this thing? That's a computer. It's a computer program.
Well, that's a monitor.
Which means
That's a computer.
somebody set up this program, and they set the program up
against you?
No, not against me. Not against me at all. I never said that.
Mother, how many times has he claimed
I said
that
they set the program up against me. I didn't say that the dealer wasn't against me. This fake dealer inside the computer wasn't against me. I didn't say that.
Right, so that's happening. I did this to my eyes because I was having fun. I was just looking at my window, and I want you to see this because maybe if my camera will focus. Are you gonna focus? No focusing. All right, no focusing. Let me try this. Okay, is that gonna do it? Because the sky looks. There we go. Do you see this little cloud here? It looks terrifying. The sky, this is what impending doom looks like. You know, it's just impending doom. And that's what it is outside. Because as you can see, you see this little hint of light over there and stuff. Like, you see that? Well, it's becoming so dark so quickly with the moving in of these terrifying clouds, and it's making the rest of everything look very morbid. So I was at work most of today, and I think there's a smudge on my camera. I apologize. And I went to the library, and one of the books I really wanted to get was Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the original novel by Gary Wolfe. And that's what I told the library. Now, my library, because I live in a tiny town, we don't have cool stuff. I hope I'm not blinding you by doing that. And so I told them I had to order it in from another library. Well, when I went to go pick it up today, it was the little Golden Books version of the movie. And I told them, I said, I wanted the original novel of Who Framed Roger Rabbit by Gary Wolfe. This is neither a novel nor is it by Gary Wolfe. So even if the word novel or, mystery genre, whatever, wasn't what was searched, I gave you the author's name. I just need to. And they were like, oh, do you want us to fix it now? And I said, no, I have my other 2 books that I also ordered that were correct. Yay. And I just said, Alva, I'll finish these, and then when I go to return these, we can process that out. I didn't get to finish Don Quixote because I was working a lot and just other things in life took priority, and Don Quixote is a very long book. It's moderately entertaining. I got to a point like a quarter of the way through where the stories were they were interesting, but they weren't super funny. They weren't as funny as the beginning of the book was. So like I said, I didn't get to finish it because it being so long and you're only allowed to have library books for a couple weeks. So I was like, well, I already have these books on order, so I'll return Don Quixote. I wrote down where I was in the book, and when I'm done reading these ones and I go back to the library, I'll just pick it up again. Sometimes you have to make adjustments in life. And my brother had foot surgery, so I'm going to show him. This is him. That's his leg. This is him. And his leg.
And then suddenly when she did,
I was sharing your life with everybody. That's your leg. He looks very happy, as you can see. They're coming off of anesthesia, by the way. Like, people coming off of anesthesia is always funny. but a few particular instances he wanted B-dubs, which is Buffalo Wild Wings, but he had to eat applesauce because he couldn't have anything heavy. And he was like, if I finish this applesauce, the next logical step is wings, right? And he had just come off of the surgery like 20 minutes before. And I said, no, we'll see about wings tomorrow, though, how you're feeling then. And he said, does B-dubs have breakfast? No. And he goes, they should. Breakfast wings. I don't know what flavor they'd be. Breakfast wings. And then he had pointed at a picture of the family Christmas photo on the wall. And he looked at me really suspiciously. I think I'm completely black to you guys. There we go. I'm very sorry about that. I haven't vlogged in a couple days. Just life's been in the way. But he pointed at it really suspiciously. He was like, you're the only one wearing white. Yes? Why? Everyone else's nice shirts were darker than mine? And he was like, I guess I can accept that. And then my brother's name is Andrew. All of a sudden, he looked at me, he goes, I'm Andrew, right? Since birth, yeah. My poor brother. Alright, I don't know what else to say right now, so an update on the impending doom. Doom is definitely upon us. Yep. Yep, definite doom. I think some of my windows are down. Let me go fix it. Thunder was heard, lightning was seen. It's impending rain, and Dad's watering the garden that I watered this morning. Good. Good. As you can see, impending doom. If that's not impending doom, I don't know what is. Even more terrifying from this angle. Thunder and lightning storm, and I have an electrical piece of equipment in my hand. Stupidity at its best. This face mask on my face. It's the Origins 10-minute rescue mask, which I love. My skin is so angry with me, and I have a bad breakout going on. What I really was looking for was one of those deep clay cleansing masks, and the other ones that like suck your face off. That's what I could use, but this is the best thing I have right now. When I can get a clay mask when it's in my budget, I'll swing that, but for right now, I'm probably gonna have to wait a couple paychecks before I can restock my masks. The last time I got masks, I got a lot of sheet masks and sample masks. I'm gonna say that word one more time, masks.